Dozens of our satellites circle the globe, silently providing the military with real-time intelligence, missile warning, and battlefield coordination. They form the basis of space as a warfighting domain. So how exactly does it work? What's the history of militarizing space, and what emerging threats is the US preparing to counter? That's what we're going to discuss today. At its core, the US space architecture comprises three interconnected systems. First, the Space Domain Awareness function tracks objects in space to keep satellites and astronauts safe. The global network of radars, optical telescopes, and radio frequency sensors identifies and catalogs satellites, debris, and potential threats. Key components include the Cobra Dane radar on Shamiya Island in Hawaii and the next-generation Space Fence radar system at Keyhole Atoll in the Indian Ocean. This system, fielded by the US Space Force, tracks over 47,000 objects. Second, global mission operations leverage space-based sensors to provide critical information to warfight. Today, this includes missile warning using systems like the Space-Based Infrared System, or SBIRS, which can detect ballistic missile launches anywhere in the world within 15 minutes. For comparison, ground-based early warning systems take 30 to 60 minutes to raise the alarm. That time is critical for launching interceptors or taking evasive action. In addition, there's precision navigation using GPS satellites, reconnaissance using NRO satellites with electro-optical radar and signals intelligence capabilities, and battlefield coordination using systems like the Army's Joint Tactical Ground Station, which can process satellite missile warnings directly for field commanders. Finally, secure military communication satellites like the Air Force's Advanced Extremely High Frequency, or AEHF, and the Navy's Wideband Global SATCOM constellation enable global command and control even when facing jamming, spoofing, or cyber attacks. These systems form the backbone of modern warfare, providing situational awareness and targeting precision previously unimaginable. But how did the US arrive at this extensive space infrastructure? The militarization of space began during the Cold War. By the end of the 1980s, the US had deployed an array of surveillance satellites capable of monitoring Soviet activities across the globe, but it wasn't until the 1991 Gulf War that the true value of space systems was demonstrated. Satellites delivered 90% of communications for the coalition, enabling precision strikes in featureless desert terrain. Today, the US faces a growing number of threats from near-peer adversaries with advanced anti-satellite or ASAT capabilities. China's 2007 test of a kinetic ASAT weapon destroyed one of its own weather satellites in low Earth orbit, creating more than 3,000 pieces of debris. Such actions not only endanger US satellites, but also enable new military capabilities like blinding lasers and electronic jamming. To counter these threats, the US is developing a range of defensive and offensive weapons. Looking ahead, the US must prioritize resilient space architectures to counter growing threats. This includes accelerating the deployment of proliferated low Earth orbit constellations like SDA's Transport Layer, which aims to achieve continuous missile tracking by 2030. Maintaining space dominance will require a combination of innovative technologies, sound governance, and unwavering commitment from the American people and their elected leaders. The challenges are great, but so are the stakes. A secure and stable international order depends on it. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.